Father. So I encourage you to if you'd like to do that, join us at our book club, and enjoy the hospitality. And now, the guests, or people who are here first time tonight, I'd like you to excuse me for a moment, because I'm going to talk to our congregation, and I'm going to talk to our friends who were here for Rosh Hashanah. Tonight, at the beginning of the service, Ben pointed out on page 251, for transgressions against God, the Day of Atonement atones. But for transgressions of one human being against another, the Day of Atonement does not atone until they have made peace with one another. For no logical good reason, for no logical or good excuse, last week at the Erev Rosh Hashanah, some of you may have witnessed it, some of you may have heard it, many perhaps did not. But John Shear and I had a discussion with John about not doing some things, and that I was wrong, and I was terribly wrong, and I felt badly about that. And what a perfect time in this 10 days of awe and looking at myself in Teshuvah, what did I have to do? And I reached out to John, and I offered my apology and asked for his forgiveness, which he graciously gave me. I count many friends, both Chris and I count many friends in this congregation, many, many friends, dear people to us. But John is one of my closest. He taught me carpentry, he taught me landscaping, he taught me how to buy tools, and I repaid him with an unkind act. And for those of you that were here, for those of you that were affected by that, I ask for your forgiveness, because it was wrong to do that. And this is a perfect night to tell you that and to ask for that forgiveness. Tomorrow, I think, perhaps, if you don't know the schedule, we'll begin at 10 o'clock here. We'll go all day. We will have a service until about 12:30-ish, a little break, and then a discussion with
Kids service first, too.
I'm sorry?
Kids service first.
Kids service at 9:15.
9:15.
Children's service. Last week it was wonderful. And then the adult service at 10. We'll finish up about 12:30-ish, maybe about 1 o'clock. We're going to start, really, to be a rabbi's chat. And the topic will be up to this guy to figure out, but I think you've got that appetizer tonight of the kind of wonderful discussions you can have when Ben is around. That'll be from 1 o'clock to about 3. We start Yitzchor at 4:30. We'll start Nila at about 5:30, and then at 6:30 we have a break the fast that's been organized by Pat Harris, which promises to be a wonderful, wonderful way to end these 10 days of awe. So please join us for services tomorrow and for break the fast. And the last thing, I don't know how you felt about it, but I was moved to the point of tearing up listening tonight to that cello and that piano. It was absolutely wonderful, very moving. And Sherry Gardner on our board was the one who inspired us to do that, and in fact reached out and found the cellist and the pianist. And Sherry, thank you so much, because it added so much tonight to our service. It was absolutely wonderful. So, thank you, Shana Tova, Shabbos, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So the topic that I decided pretty last minute for Torah study tomorrow is we're going to be looking at the Mishnah Yoma, the rabbinic text, the earliest rabbinic text we have that tells us how to do Yom Kippur. And they start out by saying, how did we do it during the temple, and how does that affect how we do it now? And around the time when we're starting to get hungry, we're going to start reading exemptions for who has to fast. So I hope I don't trigger something with that. But anyway, so we'll see how that.
We have an afternoon service tomorrow as well, don't we?
Correct. Yeah. The afternoon afternoon service, we're going to start at 2:30? 2:30?
Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure everybody.
Right.
3 o'clock.
Things will be happening all day tomorrow, so please come by and hang out. We're going to begin to conclude our service on page 282 with a link. Please rise. Please be seated. On page 283, I have to point out, this is probably my favorite English reading in any book, period. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey, from childhood to maturity, and youth to age, from innocence to awareness, and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength, or strength to weakness, and often back again, from health to sickness, and back, we pray, to health again, from offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat, until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey, stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage to life everlasting. If anyone has any names for Kaddish, they are observing a Garrett site, they're saying Shiva, they're in Shkodashim. Mission is a community, the name of Bernice Paul, we recently lost. As my eyes meet yours, please share that name with us.
Mary Duquesne. Michael Harris.
Sam Sylvia's observed.
Bob Glasser.
If it is your custom, please rise for Mourner's Kaddish on page 284. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabba v'yamad yivrach v'yitei v'amir v'yitei v'chayachon v'yachon v'chayeh l'chol Beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen Yehi Shemei Rabba v'vorach v'olam l'mei amen Yitvarach yishtabach yitvahar yivraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalach Shemei v'yishav v'yitu Le'olam yimodeh v'rgat v'shiratash Tushirata v'nechamata V'amiran v'amam v'imru amen Yehi Shlam Rabba min Shemaya V'chayim alein v'al Kol Yisrael v'imru amen Osei Shalom v'imrama Uyasei Shalom Alein v'al Kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Please be seated. Our closing song is Yibel on page 286.
And it has transliteration, unlike most of the prayers, so please join in. Yitzhak Elohim ve'yishama Yitzhak ye'eteretziluto Echad v'yachid he'yivuto Ne'lach v'na'itzo v'ra'duto Eva
Tabu, there ain't no group, but I'm from you Shanto, Kalom Vodava, Asheriva, Rishon Reshi, Bereshito, Ino, Wadonogam, the whole Notar, the Red Dulato, Mahuto, Shalahuato, the Tarano, Elan Shekulato, Betifato, Lokali Israel, Moshe, Nabi, Nabi, Etimunato, Torah, Natan, Leoel, Ayah, Neviah, Neman, Beto, Michael, Beloyato, Rami, Lezuato, Soferiodea, Setarenu, Mami, Sotava, Decamato, Domeli, Chesed, Mivalo, Noten, Rashara, Kirishato, Ishlach, Leketami, Bedudolam, Kohad, Yeshuato, Chaye, Nata, Betovenu, Baruch Adonai, Shentilato, Chaye, Nata, Betovenu, Baruch Adonai, Shentilato.
To end, I want to give a brief fast disclaimer. So the point of fasting today is not supposed to make you angry or upset at your friends or family. And I want to let you know the Torah service that the Torah study we're going to be doing tomorrow afternoon, as soon as the rabbis say that it's probably a good idea to fast, it might show that we're pretty repentant, they go into about 1,000 different ways that you need to take care of yourself. Let's put it that way. And if there is any doubt whatsoever in your mind that you need something to eat or drink, no rabbis 2,000 years ago imagined the altitude that you all are currently living in as well. So please be careful with dehydration as well. And when in doubt, take care of yourself. So Shabbat Shalom. And